All right, we were in St. Cloud tonight, SMB Wolfpack. Jalen Suggs to Craig McDonald against Delano. Down inside the 2-yard line, sets up Suggs. Short TD run. This is a 5A state quarterfinal game. Suggs, the quarterback, sneaks it in, 7-0 SMB. And then later, watch this. This is why Craig McDonald is being recruited Division I as a junior. Watch this punt return for a touchdown. 87 yards. He makes it look so easy. SMB wins tonight to advance. 14-7 the final. In Farmington tonight, big night for number 32 Joe Hagan for Waseca. 8-yard TD run to make it 12-0 in favor of Waseca. Then later, Hagan again. This one from 2 yards out, a short TD run coming up here in the second quarter to make it 18-zip. And then for good measure, right before the half, it's Hagan again. He scored 5 touchdowns on the ground. Winona came into this game undefeated and ranked number 1 in 4A. Not tonight. 49-7 was the final. State 2A matchup, Redwood Valley and Minneapolis North. Adam Bommersbach, 6-yard TD run for Redwood Valley, 6-0 in front, but North would come back. Zach Yeager to Eli Campbell. 30-yard gain on this pass play, and it would set up a Keon Porter 12-yard TD run. Minneapolis North remains undefeated. They win to advance. 20-12 was the final.
They didn't even shovel in Burnsville, where the pride of the South, defending state champ Caledonia, met new Richland, Heartland, Annandale, Geneva. Want to see why this team gets state titles? This is kind of epitomizes all of it. Missed that tackle, kept going, dodged that tackle, found the end zone. That's Noah King passing to Nick McCabe, and he was tough, and they were fighting for yards all to the end. That is effort. They are well coached, and they have pride, and they are good. Jack Beardmore there from short yardage, and the champs roll on. Caledonia 41-0.
Farmington for the matchup between Waseca and Winona. When it's sloppy out, keep it simple. Noah King to Nick McCabe. That was our previous highlights. This is Waseca on a roll. And they have been on a roll. So they lost 2 early in the season. They've been on a roll since the sections.
Handed them St. Thomas Academy in the Class 5A quarterfinals today. Brendan McFadden, well, he's a touchdown scoring machine for St. Thomas Academy.
5A title game because McFadden has a whale of a game. Here's his first of five touchdowns for the Cadet senior star. One more right here, up the gut, untouched. 32 carries for 210 yards. St. Thomas cruises 35-14.
A whole lot of passing in the wintry conditions, but the Jacks got it done on the ground. Up 6-0 in the first. James Williams takes the end around. Doesn't exactly cut on a dime, more like an 8-step shuffle, but he gets in for the 18-yard touchdown. In the second, up 19-7, Caleb Grant plunges up the middle for the score. He had 161 yards on 25 carries. He got the yards, and James Williams got the touchdowns. This is his 5th touchdown of the day. Leaps past the defender to get in for the score. 4 on the ground and 1 through the air for Williams.
Defending champ Owatonna taking down Chaska. First quarter, Gopher commit Jason Williamson finds Pater from 6 yards out. Chaska actually led the game at halftime, but Williamson, he is a man. 5 touchdowns and over 300 yards on the ground for the senior as Owatonna moves on 42-27.
Chaska's Justin Bach with a pass to Nolan Hansen. This is a 17-yard touchdown, tying the game up at 14, and Karen Skillen was ecstatic. Owatonna, though, trailed for just the second time this season at halftime, 17-14, but turned on the Jets in the second because of this guy, Jason Williamson, a Gophers commit. He took over. He took this 47 yards on the Huskies' first possession of the second half to make it 21-17. He finished the game with 5 touchdowns and 334 rushing yards. Owatonna wins 42-27. In the other 5A quarterfinal over at TCO, Elk River and Spring Lake Park. We take you straight to the fourth quarter. Elk River's Carter Otto running it in from the 1. Elks up 23-14. Spring Lake Park, though, quarterback, he says we're not done yet. Zach Dunbar engineering this. He would find Derek Bregman. And then Bregman runs 49 yards all the way to the house for the touchdown to get the Panthers within 2, 23-21.
Rochester Lourdes dominating Jordan. Watch this play by Pat Leary. Only one hand needed as he stays inbounds for the big game. And that would lead to this. Zach Jungles with some nice footwork and a whole lot of speed. He's in for the score as the Eagles soar to the semis behind the shutout, 24-0.
First quarter, Paintsville up 8-0. Tucker Peterson takes a handoff up the gut that bounces outside and scampers 26 yards for the score. 2-point conversion is good. Game tied at 8. The Bulldogs' bite was too much, however. Grady Fuchs takes the handoff inside and hits pay dirt from 4 yards out at another 2, and it's 16-8. Third quarter now, Dalton Christensen spins out of one tackle, slips out of another one, and it doesn't stop. He goes all the way for the score. 5 different players score for Paintsville as they rob Pillager, 52-14.
The Yellow Jackets of Perham didn't waste any time showing off their big play offense. First snap from scrimmage, Jensen, Beachy, and Finn Diggins team up for a 66-yard touchdown. 8 rip. Second quarter, the Gates go to the air, which they rarely do. This one is a success as Cole Kamarek finds Jaden Ruberg at the 1. 2 Harbors score, but still trail 22-10. The Yellow Jackets pull away in the third. Beachy calls his own number and goes in for a 17-yard score. Perham ships the Gates back to 2 Harbors with a 48-17 win.
Opening quarter, Johnson punting the snap, sails over Jeremiah Knox's head. He also gets knocked out of the end zone by Jonathan Kieran, who recovers for a touchdown, and it's 8-0 Huskies after the 2. St. Anthony takes a 22-0 lead after Kieran dances into the promised land from 14 yards out. Fourth quarter now, Governors facing 4th and 6 from the St. Anthony 30. Joey Moberg threads a pass down the seam to Luke Moberg, and we're tied at 22. Unbelievable. St. Paul Johnson now goes for 2. They convert to the Moberg to Moberg connection, and the Governors come back to win this one. Remarkably enough, 24-22.
Wilmer's offense hitting full stride as they scored 97 points in their 2 section wins. They were at it again Friday. Alexander Wycliffe falls in from half a yard out, and it's 7-0 Cardinals. Still in the first, Wilmer up 14 rip. Wycliffe goes on a 48-yard jog for another score, and the Cardinals are in control, up 21-0. Second quarter, Dre Dirksen takes the snap out of the shotgun. His line creates plenty of room to run, which he does for a 28-yard score. Wilmer's first state tournament game in 30 years is a huge success as they roll 44-0.
Battling the elements as well at Husky Stadium. No score in the first. Look at the offensive line pull across, leading the way for Matthias Algerin. 15-yard touchdown. In the second, up 12-0 now, Reese Kapsner, just named to the Minnesota High School All-Star game, goes in from 42 out. He had 161 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. Annandale could just not get anything going all day long, trying to air it out. Michael Leidenfrost with the diving interception. Piers rolls for a 60-12 win. In the state tournament for the first time since 1999, taking on undefeated Mahnomen-Waubon. Scoreless in the first, Parker Syverson takes the handoff, stiffs arms 1 tackles, and scampers past another. He's in for a 28-yard touchdown. Thunderbirds would go up 22-0, then the Warriors defense steps up. Cole Fox forces the fumble that Frank Villeneuve recovers. But Mahnomen just had it rolling all day long. Syverson gets his second touchdown of the day, puts him up 42-0. Which is where this one would end as Deer River's season comes to a close.